Okay, we're looking at the next one, right? So this one again, okay, the A to E or A to P, this one will work when there's no caret. When there's a caret on the second part, it will not work, so you have to use the or instead. Like for example, this will work, right? Like you have to use or instead. Like the first caret is fine, but you can't do the second caret, because if I still do uppercase A, it's still going to display the message mat2, right? Okay, so nice also display that because it's not the J, right? Not the J or, which is work for the first one, but this one say, hey, not A to Z, or when we talk about or A, it works, right? But if I say not caps A, it will not work. So it's not doing that, because it's like it's look like not and not together becomes what? Yes, you allow it. That's why, right? That's why A still work, because not and not, right? So just use this. Now let's test with the intercept, right? Intercept we use and. This is and symbol, two ampersands, right? This meaning and, like bar, one bar here is meaning or. Okay, this is and. So let's test if I want to do something exact like we show here. A caps A to P or and I to M, right? So we gotta do caps A to P and I to M. So meaning that anything that intercept, like for example, let's see A. This is an intercept. Okay, let's test that. It will never work because it's not an intercept of I and M. Like, what are the intercept of I and M? Starting from I, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I should work. I, J, K, right? L, and M. Those. If you do N, let's test N. N is no longer an intercept. It should not do that. Okay, let's test I. Intercept works, right? So J is an intercept. That work. Okay. So it's only the intercept. That's what we want. Okay. See that? L and M, but not the rest. So that's the intercept. Intercept. Okay. What's slash D? D stands for digit, right? A digits. Just like if you can do range from 0 to 9, just like A to C are the English alphabets. 0 to 9 are the numbers. Like instead of this, I can just do 0 to 9. Right. Now then I don't have to worry about or symbols, right? So any number. Right, any number. So 1, that would work. Alright, it's a math subject. This happened to be work because I say not like there, so let's remove that. You can do now what happens if I do this? It will not work because it's only 1, right? So I can just do asterisk 0 or more, then it will work, right? But instead of doing that, we said we can do slash D. slash D. Okay, like this is like an escape sequence again for numbers, right? So if I do slash D, unlist off, okay, we have to do slash slash, right? Because it's escape sequence, okay, and this whole thing represents the digits. This is your escape sequence. Just like if I want to print the slash, I have to do slash slash. Okay. Now it has to be 1 or more, right? Or 0 more. It is 0 more. There you go. Because more than 1 digit, right? So this is equivalent to the one that we just did earlier, 0 to 9, right? And what? Like that. Equivalent to that. Now, if you want to say no non-digits, so just caps D. That means only the letters, right? So if I do caps D, if subject matches, again we have to do slash slash because escape sequence here, right? I don't want to see any numbers, so this is just like collect, like collect like that, right? I don't want to see any numbers, so this is a none. That's subject, no numbers, right? No numbers. Now, no numbers. It's non-math subject. Now we can test with using this. It should be equivalent, right? Right to go, right? Because this correct mean not including. Same. Now W, a word characters, right? You can say non-word, just capitalize W. So let's test. If you have Java 1, so this could be matches, or even the $sign. This is non-word, right? So it's looking for a word, technically. So let's test our own here. This is a word subject, okay? So word, what are we looking for? Again, slash W, right? Let's say this is a word, slash W. Like, if I do a word, this is a word subject. Now, if I do like a $sign, it's not a word. $sign is not a word, right? Do numbers, numbers not a word. Because A could be a, right? A car is a word, a, right? So word subject. Now if I type ant. Now let's see a word characters. So it's just like an alphabet, pretty much. If it's an alphabet or not. Look at A, B, C, just like that. Actually, that's equivalent to that. Like this one, equivalent to A to Z. That's what it means. A characters. So that means if I have that, I have to do either 0 or more, right? To make it work. 0 or more word characters, right? But if you have numbers between it, it's not going to work because it's not a word characters, it's number. See? Okay. So you can test if this is actually a word when the user enters something from the input by using this regex, right? A non-word, just do the, you can do correct or just capitalize it. Right, 0 or more is equivalent to the correct, like that. This is a non-word subject, like, let's test with numbers. So this is equivalent to that what we try to do, right? Not the letters or the numbers, right? This is the math, just equivalent to that too, right? But it's more than that because it could be symbols, right? Symbols too, right? Let's see. Symbol, is it count as the word? Let's see if just $1 Yes, it is a non-word. So it show up, right? Non-word, non-math. Now if I have $1, right, it's non-math because math has to be just number. How about $1? Oh, 1. So it looks like W itself also including number as a word. Let's test again. And 1. Yeah, it's a word. So this is not just this, but also, right, the numbers too, right? Or, so equivalent to letters or numbers, like that. But if you have the number, that's a word. If you don't have no numbers, those are symbols. Then those are non-word. Okay, a non-word. So not this and not numbers. So equivalent to something like this. Alright, so that's for W. Now S stands for space. So if you have a space, like white space, right, the longest key on your keyboard. If you don't want to include non-white space, just cap S. We talk about this, 0 or more, 1 or more, right? So let's test the space. So we do slash lowercase s, right? So this is a space word subject. Now, if you put space here, it should show that word, space, right? And space also considered as a non-word, right? So a space too, and it's also a non-math subject, right? Now, if we want to say uppercase S, so that means you're going to not include that, right? Uppercase S, a non-space word, right? So let's say like a letter A, that should be a non-space word. But if it's space itself, then that's a space word, right? We talk about 0 or more asterisk, and plus is 1 or more equivalents, and we see